ক্লোজ গো লাইভ করলাম। Hi, and welcome to the post market show. And today is the 6th of May, and let's see how the market has reacted today. Now, after yesterday's fall in the US markets, it was a broad based sell off around the markets. S&P 500, Nasdaq, Dow Jones, all of them fell heavily right from the starting and tried to stabilize at the bottom lower levels. And we have seen that this kind of a sell-off obviously has a global impact, and following the global cues, Nifty opened at around 280 points lower, and it opened just around where the SGX Nifty was showing, around 16,400 levels. And from then onwards, there wasn't much activity in the market. The market started to fall down, but thankfully there was buying in the lower levels around 16,350 levels, and Nifty tried to consolidate in a very narrow range of around 100 points from 350 to 450 around the entire day. So let us get into the charts to have a clearer picture of how things look like in the markets today. All right, so as you can see, the Nifty is trying, has like I told you, it traded in a very narrow range, just around 100-point range, which you can see. And thankfully there was some buying at the lower portions around 16,350 levels, which actually arrested the fall. Otherwise it could have been a absolute bloodbath in the market. Already people have lost huge amounts of money, people who are holding the long positions, and this seems to be never ending. Looking to the Bank Nifty, it is again a very similar picture in Bank Nifty, which we had seen from yesterday. It is continued with a downtrend, opened with a gap down, last like Nifty took support in the lower levels. There was some good buying, but again the market was in a close range is what we can see. And the important levels of 35,000 has been broken. Now going down below, we can expect the markets to go around 34,000 levels, and if that is broken, we can expect a further downward rally to 32,500 level in Bank Nifty. Now talking about the Nifty reality sector, if you can see the Nifty reality sector, let me just open up the chart of Nifty reality. You can see what kind of wealth destruction has happened in the Nifty reality. Yeah, this is the one, Nifty reality sector. It has been completely wiped up, around 3.5% down, Nifty reality, and it has been the major contributors to the Nifty's downfall today. And now obviously things have been looking bad globally. Things are at a very bearish condition has been there around the markets. So if we see today, the main draggers were the Bajaj twins, the Bajaj Finserv and Bajaj Financial Services. So if you look at the Bajaj charts, it is taking support at around 6,000, is a major support for Bajaj Finance, and if that is broken, we can expect again a further downward move. And we have seen Voltas coming up with the results today. Although the results were decent, the stock fell down really badly, even with decent results. So nowadays we can say that good results are not that actually the good sentiments are not being seen in the market. Even if the share is coming up with good results, it is still falling. Now one more important announcement was the Bank of England's announcement yesterday about the hike in interest rate. We are expecting a hike in interest rate around the world globally. We have seen India do that, increase the repo rate by to 40 basis points. It is now at 4.4%, and that has actually opened the that's how the market has started downward. So we have seen similar thing happening in the US. Now Bank of England has announced the same measure. It increased the interest rate to increase it by 50 basis points, owing to the inflation rate, which is around 7%, is the UK inflation rate. Now, for a developed economy like UK, 7% is a really high inflation number. And going forward, they are expecting an inflation to rise up to 10%, which is absolutely scary figures, especially if it's a it's the UK market, and they're also fearing that there could be a recession hitting the UK very soon. And as we know, the global markets are connected. Nothing happens in isolation. If there is a recession in the UK markets, we will have a ripple effect around the world. The cascading effect will be felt in the Indian markets going forward. Now, the realty sector, I said the realty sector has been a major drag for the Nifty, because since the interest rates are being hiked, now people, when they're taking loans, the loans will become more expensive. And when the loans are becoming more expensive, people will be less going into buying homes or buying apartments because of the increased rate of interest for the home loans. So that is why we have seen a panic sell-off in the reality index. And only thing that ended in green was the FMCG sector. Now, FMCG sector is considered as a defensive sector, because whenever we see there's a major fall off in all the sectors, the FMCG usually stands strong, and that's exactly what happened today. The FMCG sector has been outperformed all the other major sectors. And further, if we look at the FII DII activity for institutional investors, have again continued their selling streak, selling of around 5,500 crores. And this is absolutely scary, because this is a 9-year low in the Nifty. So in the last 9 years, FII never had such a low position in the Nifty. Obviously, they have been selling around 40 to 50,000 crores almost on a regular basis for the last few months continuously. And DIIs have again tried to support the market, buying at around 3,000 crores. So this is the FII DII activity. And again, coming to another rumor that is going on in the market, which is about the Axis Bank mutual fund scam. So if that is true, we'll have to wait for more evidences, more reports to verify the facts. But if this is true, it can launch again a absolute mayhem in the Indian markets, which is already struggling at this level. Now, we can look at the important data that was announced. So two things that happened today. One was the US jobs data, which came out around 6 o'clock. Now, jobs data was better than expected. That means more people got jobs in the US in the last month. So that is why we can see the US markets stabilizing towards, it hasn't fallen to levels which were yesterday's lows. So if you look at the chart of Nasdaq and S&P 500, we can see exactly what it happened. So yes, this is the chart of Nasdaq. You can see the Nasdaq has been, yes, if you see the Nasdaq chart, the Nasdaq is, again, it hasn't fallen from yesterday's low. And then same thing we can see in the S&P 500 index. It is again trying to stabilize at the bottom levels. It has been at a huge sell-off. And also, if you look at the announcements, if you look at India VIX is again at around 21, so which is actually indicating that the India VIX is at a good level. All right, so yeah, 1 second. Yeah, and also, if you are looking at Reliance, the second major thing to look out for was the Reliance results. So Reliance, as announced, they came up with their results at the second. Reliance came up with the results at the second half of the markets, after the markets was closed in Indian markets. The Reliance came out with the results, and we can see the results of Reliance has been really good, which has been beating the market expectations. Now hopefully this will be acting as a respite for the Indian markets on Monday. Let's see if the good Reliance results bring about a good positive sentiment around the markets, and if the market reverses going forward from Monday. That is something to be watched out for. And another important thing is if we look at the USDINR levels, now rupee has depreciated by around 60 paisa today, hitting around rupees 77, and that means that the selling by the FIIs till now, the money was not being taken out from India, but it seems like they have started to repatriate the dollars, and that is causing a major depreciation in the rupee. And RBI has been trying hard to stabilize the Indian rupee, but you can do it only to a certain level. Now India's reserves of dollars was at a high of $600 billion, and it has decreased by almost $50 just for stabilizing the markets at the current level. So obviously RBI is not being supporting the markets, the currencies, the markets anymore, because they can do it to a certain extent, and we do not want to end up like Sri Lanka, whose foreign reserves is absolutely in a dwindling condition. So obviously that is causing the rupee to depreciate going further. So let's hope it doesn't depreciate any further, because that can cause again a major impact towards the all the sectors of the economy. And with that, I think we have covered most of the points for today. Now on Sunday evening we'll have a live session once more to discuss what we can expect going forward in the markets on the next week. So the week ahead program will be happening on Sunday, so you can keep an eye out for that, where we will discuss the major levels for the week ahead, and so that you can take your trades in a much better way. All right, that is all from my end. Hope you enjoyed. Please leave your comments if you have any discussions, any queries. We can do it in the next video. Until that time, enjoy the weekend, and hope to see you soon. Thank you.